There are con men in the church today. When you go to so many churches, especially in this country where we are today, where things are hard, there are a lot of guys out there who don't have anything to do. All they do is to go to churches to look for rich ladies who have made money and then go into their life with the pretense of I want to marry you, and at the end they start collecting money from these ladies. And if at a point maybe when the lady comes up to say we have really stayed, why not go and see my parents, you see that the guy will just find his way to another church. And that is how they keep moving from one church to another, deceiving ladies, deceiving young ladies, and even the elderly desperate ones. There are some of these desperate ladies who are in the church praying day and night looking for a husband to marry. These young men, the so-called con young men, they take opportunity of this desperacy of these young ladies, of these ladies that are looking for men to get married to. They con men within the church, they use it as an opportunity to siphon their money unknowingly to these ladies that they are con men. And they come into them and get them easily because they are desperate. Okay. What will you talk about a lady who is about 30, 35 and she's desperate to get married? The moment a man comes around her, the next thing is for her to want to accept. Some of them even go into this relationship without even letting the church know anything about it. But when at the end of the day, when they are scorned or they are scammed, they will not cry to the church looking for help. But the question I want to ask is that when you were going into this relationship, did you allow the church to know? Did you bring the church in for the church to be able to check and to know the kind of man that you are involving yourself with? Because of your desperacy, you have decided to go into secret relationship with this man without letting the church know. And then you begin to spend your money, spend your resources, and at the end of the day, the man dumps you. And some of them are not just, they don't just go easily. Some of them go with so many things. Some even scam them with their hard-earned money. Some will travel out of the country. Some are even married elsewhere. I remember a case of a lady who was at the verge of getting married to this particular man. In fact, their wedding card had been printed. Their marriage date had been fixed. They have even gone to court to do the registry. The church, and on that week of the wedding, on the Thursday of the week of the wedding was supposed to be on a Saturday. And on Thursday, the original wife of the man and the children arrived the city where this particular man was supposed to was supposed to be married or get wedded to this lady. And when the lady came up to the church, she came with evidence, photos, pictures of church wedding, that this particular man who is about to wed another lady had already gotten married to her, and the picture and evidence was there. In fact, the children are even the most important evidence that she produced. And at that point, This particular lady whose wedding has been fixed became so disappointed. Because why? She allowed her desperation to make her fall a victim of this con man without finding out who exactly this man was. She didn't really go deep to know the past relationship of this man. And because this lady is a rich lady and she had money and she was paving way for this man here in Abuja, because the man is a contractor, and being a contractor, he saw this lady as a good ladder for him to climb to the kind of place he want to get contract. He did not genuinely love this lady. He came to the church looking for people like a lady of her stature, and he eventually got her. Now, the question is, who lost at the end? The lady. Because her desperation will not allow her to wait for the right man to come. Her desperation made her to fall into the wrong hand. As we are talking today, there are many of them that are still falling victim of this con men. There are many of them falling victim of con men in the church. Pretenders coming to church as born again, looking for rich ladies to get hooked to. Some are even married. Some even actually get married. And at the end, you see the misbehaviors and other things coming in. Before you know it, they are divorced. Because they came for a purpose. They had an agenda before coming. The agenda is to collect money, deceive ladies, and get connections to where they want to go. Ladies, stop desperation. Stop being desperate. Desperation cannot take you anywhere. Desperation cannot give you husband. Desperation will not give you the right man to marry. All you need to do as a young lady is to pray, believing in God that He will give you the right man. And then continue to be who you are and who you want God to be, who God wants you to be. Because if you are not focused on your potentials, you'll be deviated by your desperation. And there are some of these men who come to kill your joy. There are some of them that have gone into some ladies' lives, and at the end, they kill their potentials, kill their career, kill everything around them, and after everything, they ran away. And today, some of these ladies are starting afresh. Some are nowhere to be found. Some don't even know where to start from. There are so many of us whom God have blessed. There are so many whom God have blessed with or without husband. There's no woman on earth that God have not designed to have her own husband. Wait for it. And even if you are those who have lost the opportunity, maybe the man has come around and you underrated him because you were focused, or because you had a particular level of kind of man you wanted, and maybe the right man who has come at that point was not up to your standard at that right time, and you rejected him, and the man had gone ahead to marry another wife, and now you are here, you don't have a husband to marry because you have missed that opportunity, because you have missed that right man that God has placed for you, and God has given that man another person in placement of you, and now you are here crying, looking for husband. All you need to do, my sister, is to cry the cry of mercy unto God. Cry the cry of mercy unto God to forgive you of your past mistakes, and then reproduce the right man for you. There are so many people saying there is no husband, there is no husband. There are husbands, but the right material for husbands are scarce. You can go to the street and pick any man if you want, but any man is not a husband material. There are men who are husband materials, and also there are women who are wives material. So when you talk about husband material and wives material, it takes the grace of God for you to find them, and that is why people say there are no husbands, there are no wives. There is no woman that is created without a husband, and there is no man that is created without a wife. From the beginning, God created Adam and he created Eve. So if you have made that mistake and you underrated your right Adam and you chased him away, and now you are looking for another person to come and replace that Adam, it will only take God to replace him, just like Christ came to replace Adam in our life. If God can bring Christ to correct that mistake of Adam in our life, God can still correct your mistake and still give you that rightful husband that you desire, no matter your age. No matter the age you are, it does not determine whether you get married or not. I have seen ladies who get married at the age of 50. So don't give up. Don't allow desperation to take you to the wrong hands. The church is no longer a safe place for people to choose their partners if you are not prayerful and watchful. While you are in the church praying, be watchful so that you will not get to the wrong hand. Remember the word of God say, where the children of God gather, the devil himself is there in their midst. So also, as much as we have the good ones in the church, we also have the bad ones, so that you will be counted among many that are getting married and divorced few months after. Thank you very much. God bless you.